she's so blurry.
We're shaking our boobs. Come to the WeedTube.com. Hey guys, welcome back to Two Girls, One Bong.
The podcast that...
The podcast where it's better if you're stoned.
But it's okay if you're not. My name is MacDizzle.
And I'm Joya.
And let's dive on
in. Hey. Wow, I don't think I've ever done that with my boobs, actually.
For those of you who are only listening to this podcast, you're missing out. But yeah, first things first, we are happy to announce our amazing producers have gotten our podcast onto all streaming podcast apps.
Woo.
So if you're lonely and you just want to throw on a podcast, you no longer have to do it from the video. You can just listen to our sweet, sultry voices right into your little earballs.
But obviously the best, in my personal opinion, way to consume the podcast is through video on the WeedTube.com. But for those of you who just like to listen, we have made it accessible for you.
Well, especially like if you're like driving or, you know, washing the dog and you just want us in your ear, we can be there. And we'll try to be more aware of that and describing things for you so that we don't just have visual cues.
Right.
But all of our old episodes are up. Please go listen to them, binge them. It's like 4 hours of entertainment and you deserve that.
You do deserve that, and we're here to give it to you.
Yeah,
so.
Like just go drive to Las Vegas. Just make sure you're in Los Angeles right now.
No,
drive to Vegas.
Say not everybody has a 4-hour drive to Vegas.
Just make sure you're here in LA and drive to Vegas and listen to the podcast the whole way.
And
what's 4 hours away from you?
Vegas? What's 4 hours from me?
Yeah.
I don't really know. Dallas is 3 hours away, so I could drive an hour past Dallas. Yeah.
An hour past Dallas. That sounds like that's the title of my next album. An hour past Dallas.
Oh, but then you'd have to stay there wherever you're going. That's 4 hours away. You'd have to stay there and wait another 4 weeks for 4 more episodes to come out.
And or you can just listen to them again.
Right. Listen to them one more time on your ride
home.
Yes.
So tell me about your weekend right now, because I know you had a little bit of a crazy weekend.
I did have a little bit
of a crazy weekend. For those of you who are watching,
weekend.
Can you show us the wounds from your weekend?
So I fell off a bird scooter, you guys.
Just don't tell us what happened yet. I just want to see the injury. Oh my. That's like little kid injury. Better. That's like little kid injury. No, it's like things that happen when you're on a playground. Girl, you're too grown to have scabby elbows.
Yeah, right. I honestly am.
For anyone who's only listening right now, Joya has I would say a good 2-inch gash on her elbow. That's probably like an inch wide, 2 inches long.
It fucking hurts. But it does literally, like, this looks so much better than it did like the first day after I fell.
Because it's all swollen and it has like red everywhere.
Yes, exactly. It's not bleeding anymore. It's just it's just a scab. It looks more like a burn.
Yeah.
Which I think probably is what happened.
It's road rash. That was road rash.
So. I have a teeny little bit right here from catching myself on my knee.
Let's rewind a little bit.
Okay.
What the fuck happened this weekend?
So I went to a music festival here in Austin. It's called Austin City Limits.
So did you guys stay at like a hotel out there?
We got an Airbnb in downtown.
Okay. Got it.
So yeah, it was like 2 miles away ish, whatever from
you?
Maybe not. No.
Okay.
From the festival. No,
you did not get an Airbnb 2 miles away from your home.
No, that shit was tiny as fuck, and it was like $300 a night, and
they were charging a bunch, I'm sure.
Yeah. But so we birded back from. I think we were actually coming from the bars. We went out to the bars afterwards. We were birding back to our Airbnb, and we were going down. We honestly didn't even mean to turn down this street. We just had to make a right at some point. And so we picked this one street. It had a fucking steep hill, which I was like, okay. I was okay going downhill. Like, it was fine. Because I did feel, kind of comfortable, like, whatever. But towards the bottom of the hill, there was these crazy fucking potholes in the middle of an intersection between two streets. So I'm bombing down this fucking hill.
No.
And the funny thing is, too, Adam was in front of me, and then our two friends were on a scooter together in front of me. And so I was watching them like, oh my God, they're going to fall. They're going to fall. They're going to fall. I was terrified that they were going to fucking fall right in front of me. And then lo and behold, I hit a fucking pothole and I just went down, dude. I slid. Like, I fell off and slid and I bounced.
My whole body just got chills. Ugh.
Yeah. Dude, two strangers ran over to me because they thought I was seriously like,
injured. You could have fucked up your face.
My face? That's what they said. They thought I hit my face because I bounced. And Adam heard me fall and then turned around and had the most horrified look on his face. He was like, ah! Freaking out. Like, so worried. And I was like, obviously, I scratched myself. I scratched myself really bad. But
yeah.
I didn't have any broken bones. I didn't hit my face.
No, getting in accidents when you're drunk is the best time to do it because your body is like, that's why when there's accidents between a drunk driver and like
the drunk driver never dies.
Well, yeah, because they're not usually as aware, and when you tense your body for an accident, when you become rigid, that's how you break bones, you break things, and just drunk people, they just fucking go flying like little noodle babies.
That was me. That was
a
me.
Big piece of linguine on the street.
Dude, I fucking flew off that fucking scooter. But, I mean, yeah, I was really lucky to not hurt myself any worse. And I got back on the birds the next day, and it was fine. But I was going...
She wasn't even scared. She got right back on.
No, but let's hold on here, because I was going so fucking slow for the next 2 days. Everybody was way ahead of me. They'd have to, like, stop and wait for me a few streets ahead. And oh my God, wait, let me say something else that was really funny. Yesterday I wore a really short skirt. It was like one of those, like,
yeah,
tennis
you fucking
skirts.
did.
Oh, I did. And my butt was like, my little butt cheeks on the bottom were hanging out.
The whole day.
We were on the scooters. And I was in front for a little bit. Oh yeah. Adam comes up and he's like, hey, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, what do you mean? He was like, it looks like you're clenching. I can see your butt from behind. And it looked like you were clenching. I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, it's because I'm like, you're flexing your legs, like trying to hold yourself up. Yeah, dude. Some old lady also told me, like, oh, we thought you were doing a peekaboo, like all peek, no boo, or something like that. I was like, shut up, bitch. No, I didn't. I was like, my boyfriend said it looked like I was clenching, so I hope you enjoyed it. So, yeah. That was where I was at.
I see if you were okay.
He's like, do you have to take a shit or? It's pretty funny. Ooh, it was pretty fucking funny.
Tommy, look at how red my face is.
Oh. I did see Doja Cat too, by the way, and I took a video of that one song that you told me. The Ruby ran why. But I realized, like, it's a video. It's at a fucking festival. There's a bunch of fucked up people. And it just wasn't.
Do you remember that one time when I went to the Demi Lovato concert with Arend and I filmed the entire Kehlani set for you?
Yes, I do. And I remember the little breaks in the videos where you would be switching hands.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Oh, it's so funny. I have dogs moving around in here too. I'm trying not to pay attention.
Dawdles me.
Curly.
Just sidebar for everyone listening. I heard like a really weird sound coming from my mic, so I turned the gain down again. I just want to make sure you can still hear me clearly and everything.
I can still hear you clearly.
All right, good. Something bit me right here. You see it?
Oh, I see a little spot.
How dare
a little pink.
Yeah,
that's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, right?
That's like really fucked up, dude.
Well, I'm glad you survived through that.
You're telling me. I was like, oh my God, I literally could, like, those guys that ran over to me.
Yourself.
Dude, and I was going downhill. And let me tell you, we drove on the same street in a car the next day, and it felt crazy in a fucking car.
You said
like going over the potholes. Yes.
Oh my
So
God.
I was like, oh my God, I went over this shit in a scooter. Like, what
and
the
it was
fuck?
dark, huh?
It was dark.
Oh, sister.
Yes. Yeah. So it was fucking terrible.
I hate that for you.
Well, should we take a little break and then get into our topic for today?
I would love that. Everyone get a bowl ready because we're talking about fucking natural disasters, bitch. There's a lot more types of disasters than you think.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
what I've learned today.
No kidding.
So let's do that. We'll be back in just a moment.
We're back.
Super
bitch.
back.
Wait.
As back could be. Long
as
back, bitch.
as back can be. Very back.
So
we're like all the way back. It's insane.
Yeah, it's like Michael Jackson back. Oh no, he was bad.
Yeah. Bad? Yeah. That's it. Wait, I just saw a video this morning that was like Michael Jackson if there was an intruder.
Oh yeah,
Have you seen?
He's
escaping! He's escaping!
Yeah, it was really good. I saw that on TikTok.
Escaping!
Okay, for those of you who are only listening, Joya is doing some very aggressive movements that just did not resemble the video, so you're not missing a lot. Just go look up the TikTok if you want to have the real thing. Because if you're watching what Joya did, you might be thrown off.
My necklace fell off.
All right, so natural disasters. What is our first disaster? Let's see what the disaster is and how prepared we are for this disaster. What is a disaster? Sinkholes. Oh my God, who even thinks about a sinkhole? Where do they happen? Okay, you're here, and you somehow narrowly avoided this. Okay, you fell in this sinkhole, and you're trapped under debris. What do you do?
I'm dead.
Was that guaranteed?
All right, can't hear anything or see anything or think anything. I'm dead.
So sinkholes are formed when the land surface collapses or sinks into the cavities, or when surface material is carried downward into the voids. So there's just voids in the earth, guys. We thought it was. I thought it was
rock solid,
like a jawbreaker.
Right.
No voids and jawbreakers.
No.
Oh my.
That's why they call it a jawbreaker.
So there are warning signs of sinkholes. So they let you know that they're on the way. That's kind of cool.
Those people in fucking Florida should have. The people that own that building in Florida. You know what's crazy
is there was so much damage and like documented damage to that building. Oh my god, that's like relevant. Sinkhole shit just happened. It caused.
But they also say that it's not even just because I think I feel like I remember them saying that wasn't caused directly by a sinkhole. Obviously, they had all the damage from the building and stuff, but. It did go down into the ground, so.
It was something to do with, like, the pool or something wasn't done right.
Good Lord.
It was, like, I read a whole bunch about it.
Negligence. That's a man-made. That's not a natural disaster. That's a man-made disaster, for sure.
Sinkholes don't seem like something you can avoid.
No, I don't think so. I really don't think you can.
It's just, like, the luck of the draw. Like, if you just happen to be where there's a void in the earth...
Fuck. It's just what are you gonna do?
That's what the cosmos had in store for you, and you're just gonna have to take that on the chin.
Honestly, yeah. Take it on the chin.
What else are you
to do? The afterlife.
Just go on to it.
Just move on. Just go ahead.
Whatever
that was meant
for
you, obviously.
Yeah, because you fell into the void of Earth. That's pretty punk rock, though.
Fuck yeah.
Like,
going
how
down
did
the
you die?
Like, yeah. Sexy.
Yeah, no, very bad.
Well, that's fucking terrible, dude.
A fucking sinkhole. Yeah, I don't know.
Do we know how often sinkholes happen?
I bet there's a sinkhole happening every single day. Like little ones here and there all across the nation. Yeah. I'll ask Siri. How often do sinkholes occur globally? Oh, this says rarely happening. Sister, I cannot hear you. I can't hear you. All right,
Okay.
sorry about the quick technical difficulty there. We're back, and it turns out sinkholes do not happen that often.
I was gonna ask you, have you seen that video? It's like in India, I think, in a sinkhole,
and
the car it just swallows the car. The car's gone.
Yeah. Imagine being the owner of that car. You know how pissed I'd be?
Like, it's like your car didn't even get stolen.
It's like I wasn't in it, so that's great. But what about my neighbor? He's a dick. Why didn't you take his car?
Right, exactly. Why didn't you take his fucking car?
The fuck?
Oh, yeah, that sounds like, I mean, all these types of disasters are random as fuck and it fucking sucks, but a sinkhole, that just seems like
cosmic justice for something you did wrong somewhere.
I don't know if it was in this life or the last life or what, but
if you die by sinkhole, you did something wrong somewhere.
You did. Yeah. Sorry.
And that's just fact.
Sorry, guys. We don't make the rules.
All right. Next disaster. Tornadoes. All right. I do know a little bit about tornadoes.
Okay.
Not a lot.
Not a lot. Well, tell us what you know, MacDizzle.
You're supposed to go in your basement. Tornadoes come and you're supposed to go in your basement. If you have a bathtub in your basement, you're supposed to get in that.
Yes, definitely. Away from any windows, as low as you can possibly get.
I don't know why the fuck you would want to be in a bathtub. Are they heavy? Is that why?
I think it is just, some extra reinforcement more than a wall. Because it's like acrylic or whatever the fuck it's made out of. Plastic? I don't know. But it's definitely like secure. And it's also the perfect spot for a body. The side, you'd be protected from the side. You know?
That's fair.
But I mean, it's like, what the fuck? If a tornado's coming for you?
I saw this crazy video of this guy who like took a before video. He said, oh, you can see the tornado's coming. It's about to come right through here. About to see it. And he comes inside and he calls his dog and they both go down to the basement.
I've seen that one. I've seen that one.
It's crazy. Like the whole house is like shaking. The lights go off. Mm-hmm. You hear glass just exploding.
Yep.
And then
fucking crazy.
He goes upstairs and the whole thing is fucking trashed. Trashed. And it happened within like 15 seconds. That's what's so insane.
Fast.
Is that in an instant, your whole house is fucked.
Yep.
Like,
dude, I was watching a thing about tornadoes too, and it was like, if you're in the car when a tornado is coming, you're definitely supposed to be out of your fucking car. You are not supposed to be in the car because then she will fucking throw you to fucking Wizard of Oz, like whatever.
So wait, it's better to
be out of your car.
So wait, I would like to hear the logic on that though, because my car offers me some protection, seat belts, airbags, etc. My body versus tornado, I don't. What?
So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go get in a ditch. You're supposed to go find a ditch.
And so just hope there's a ditch around.
Right. Exactly.
What happens when I'm in downtown?
Hope the tornado doesn't come directly over you, because if that shit comes directly over you, you are fucked.
Again, that's
absolutely
karma.
Fucked.
Again, if a tornado seeks you out in your ditch, it was meant to be.
Yeah, honestly. If a tornado seeks you out in your ditch, sorry.
If you've managed to get out of your car, find a ditch, and the tornado still got to you, it's above me. It's said above my pay grade.
This the area North Texas, Oklahoma, like the tornado alley is the most prone to tornadoes in the entire world. Like, they have more tornadoes and they're more severe than any other place in the world.
But it's crazy is places that are known to have these kinds of natural disasters, the way that they build like, as long as they have money, but the way that they like build infrastructure and things like that to withstand that. Like, if a tornado came through California, everyone's house is getting decimated. Everyone's house is getting floored because we are not built for that. But if
100%
an earthquake hit Kentucky, they're also getting decimated.
No, Kentucky has like some they have like rolling hills and stuff.
What? Not earthquake. Whatever. Who never has earthquakes?
Oklahoma, Nebraska.
The middle. Say so places that aren't built for that. Like, that's why it's like so tragic when that kind of stuff happens in like poorer countries, because it's so avoidable. All of that death is so avoidable with just money. Mm-hmm. That's everything's avoidable with money. Are you fucking fuck?
Well, yes.
The worst tornado in history happened in 1925.
Killed 695 people.
Holy shit! But that was the 20s, so they probably were like, oh, they weren't that prepared at the time. It injured over 2,000. Like, what did they all just like get in a group and be like, everyone fight the tornado? How did 600 people die from it? Like, they must have all been in a group. The entire population was in a group, and the tornado sucked all of them up, and a third of them died, and the other 2,000 made it.
Honestly, what a way to go, though.
What a way to go. Fighting
flying through the air. Fuck it. And honestly, probably die of a heart attack.
Nature.
Okay, before you die, you get to feel what it's like to fly. So, what an amazing experience. I hope no one listening to this has any family members that died in a tornado, so I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Let's just preface this. If you have family members that died in a
natural disaster,
you need to have a sense of humor about it. You're not going to be able to get through life without that.
Right? I think what we should say is, I think maybe you should click out of this episode and just come back next week.
Come back next week because we love you when you loved your loved ones.
Right.
No, because actually, like, that shit is like crazy because sometimes it's just wholeheartedly unavoidable. Like earthquakes, for instance. Earthquakes. That's something I experience regularly. And the other night, Rajul, we had like a little earthquake in California. And
he's probably like, what the fuck is going on?
He's like, I didn't know what to do. I was just going to protect your body. And I was like, first of all, sweet man. Thank you. Because I don't think any man I've ever dated had that first instinct when they felt danger.
Or ability, to be honest. No offense to the exes. But yeah. But like that makes me happy. I'm glad.
Yeah, no. So
if you said he would protect you.
If you've lost a family member to a natural disaster, I'm really very sorry. That's fucking shitty as fuck.
It is shitty. Well, okay. Let me just say, because we just talked about the tornado that killed 625 people.
But like, how?
No, listen. That's fucking natural disasters.
That just shows you how far technology has come.
Why?
Because we can detect tornadoes. We know when they're coming. Yeah. We have better houses.
I was watching the 10 deadliest natural disasters ever, and there have been natural disasters that killed over 1 million people.
Oh, like the tsunami. Remember that one?
I don't remember.
It was in Thailand. There was a tsunami.
So, okay, when I watched that video, literally like 5 out of the top 10 were in China. And there was like a flood, the one that killed, it said 1 to 4 million people. They really don't know how many people died because of just how catastrophic it was flooding.
What year was it?
Like 3 rivers in China flooded and absolutely
a bunch of people in New York and Jersey died from those floods. It's like, because flash floods, like,
yes.
What the fuck are you supposed to do? Like, even if you can swim in those situations, you're not necessarily good because you can get thrown into something impaled
and who the fuck
by
knows
objects.
what's underneath the water?
Exactly. Like, there's so much shrapnel and just get into a fetal ball and find a floaty and hope for the best. A floaty. Yeah. Wear floaties at all times.
Yeah. And you'll be ready for
a flood. That's the only way to prepare for a flash flood.
Oh, dude, that shit, it was so fucked in the freaking Northeast because they're always prepared for snow.
Yes.
Snowstorms, but when it flooded, they were like,
there's a whole subway system. What are they supposed to do?
I'm sure plenty of people watching
prepare for that.
Yeah, dude, I'm sure plenty of people watching or listening saw the videos of the freaking subway flooding.
Or experienced it themselves. Like,
or experienced it, right? Fuck.
Dude.
It's fucking scary as fuck, dude.
That is so... Mother Nature, well, she's a cruel bitch, and I have a lot of respect for her.
You better.
Her.
We all better. You know what okay, this is kind of funny, too. I was thinking about a long time ago, because in that video that I watched, too, there's natural disasters from, like, way early on in times, like shortly after freaking Jesus or whatever. Not that long, like 500 AD or whatever. I was just thinking about how back then people probably just attributed natural disasters to like God. And we're like, God is punishing us for whatever.
They literally did.
Yes.
That's a real thing that like the Greeks, the Romans, people used to sacrifice for weather.
Oh my God. Yeah, dude. Ugh.
Like actual
God.
human sacrifices because it
Could
didn't
you-
rain that year.
Oh my God. Or that it would rain. You know what that reminds me of too? When I was looking up just natural disasters in general, drought is considered a natural disaster. And we lived, I mean, we didn't really have drought because we still had access to water, but California was
The
in a drought.
farmers in California all experienced
Right. We
drought.
personally didn't really experience
We were told
it,
to not
to turn
run
off the water
while-
when you're washing your hands
and brushing
turn
your
off
teeth and stuff like that.
I remember hearing that for the first time when I was like 6 years old. Like at the drinking fountain at school, I remember a teacher being like, don't hold it down while you're taking a breath. Like drink it. You know what I mean? Drink it, take a breath.
That's
and
OD.
then-
That's OD.
I mean,
It's like
we
this
were
much water.
deep in that fucking drought. Who is little Bark is that? Is that Mary Jane? Tiny ass baby
Yes,
Bark.
the tiny, look at there she is.
I probably shouldn't pretend to dog bark because my dogs will wake up.
A
They're
fucking
sleeping.
menace is what you are.
A fucking menace is what you are.
All right, winter and ice storms.
Let me fucking tell you.
Did this. Joya survived this shit. She's a fucking
Dude.
survivor.
Oh my God. We were just, because last night we were talking about
Wait, real quick,
hurricanes. Go ahead.
the relevancy of this topic because of the climate change that's happening. We've experienced like 3 of these. Each time she brings up a disaster, I'm like, oh, that happened a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Well, and it's
All
only
this
getting
year.
worse. It's just like,
Worse. Floodings
yeah.
in New York, that's unheard of. That doesn't happen.
at the rate, to the extent
it
of
was
what
a
we
flash
saw.
flood like that.
Yeah.
No.
That shit
Anyway,
happens
sorry,
all the
you
fucking
guys
time here.
you were talking about hurricanes.
Oh no, so we were talking about hurricanes versus tornadoes and like which one we would rather live through. And the boys were saying, Adam and his friend were saying that hurricane is what they would prefer. But I don't know, I was kind of like, I feel like a tornado.
I feel like a tornado is less likely to hit my house.
For sure,
A
exactly.
hurricane is 10 out of 10 gonna hit my house.
Right, it's the whole freaking
It's a
area
big
is getting
sweep.
covered.
Yeah.
Right. So, but I definitely, I was like, I feel like a tornado really, I mean, tornadoes are very fucking destructive, but also
How?
hurricanes have like up to 100 or 200 mile an hour winds. So
A tornado killed 200 people.
it
600
said
people.
600. This bitch.
Oh my god.
It killed 200 people.
It just probably ripped through a town and they had no idea. It was the 20s.
Yeah.
All right, but winter and ice storms. Let's have a little
Oh,
peek
God.
into your life. So Joya lived and she moved to Texas like a month before the winter apocalypse struck there. So for those of you who forgot or didn't know, I don't know where you've been. Texas froze over. That
Yes.
does not happen.
No, it does not. It literally hasn't happened since like the early 1900s, I'm pretty sure. Anything close to that. But it's still like, it does snow here sometimes and get cold in the winter. But they said, people say that it will snow like once a year, but it never sticks. Like it's just a little bit of snow for maybe an hour or whatever. But yeah, that shit it was fucking frozen. The feels like temperature was -15. One night it was like -3, but feels like -15. And it was fucking frozen and there was no power and there was no water and it was fucking horrible.
Because Texas is not built for snow. And it's crazy how all this climate change shit is gonna fuck up this everyone. Everyone's fucked. You're all fucked. You're all fucked.
Well, and we were also talking about how that hurricane, was it Ida that just happened? That, so because hurricanes are created in the ocean, whatever, they're created over water.
Yeah.
That shit went across the whole 1,000 miles probably or more over land, which is not like, that just doesn't happen. Like it stays around the coastal areas. It
said, no, I'm on a mission, honey.
I'm going to New York.
Dude, like, I'm terrified.
I know. Well, okay, and so let's talk about earthquakes then, because I know you said you just experienced an earthquake very recently. When I was watching stuff, it said that earthquakes, the consensus seemed to be that earthquakes are the most dangerous because they're obviously super fucking scary.
You can't predict them,
right?
The
Well,
technology
they also
to predict them is
They trigger so many other things.
Down power lines, fires, everything.
Landslides, tsunamis, like so many things.
I don't even think about that because sometimes it's an earthquake in the ocean that creates a tsunami.
Exactly. And you know what, too? I just learned this morning that there is another fault line. The San Andreas fault line is the one that we all talk about in California.
The big
But there's another fault line that runs right outside. So if this is the Pacific Northwest coastline, it's like right out here. It's like not too far.
So it's in the ocean.
Yes, it's under the water, but it's not that far out at all. But it's off of the coast of like Oregon, Washington, Northern California. But they were saying if that shit goes off, it can be fucking terrible and it can completely obliterate Washington and Oregon. Like Portland, Seattle would be just fucked.
Dang.
Oh my God, God. Okay, we're looking at the largest earthquakes in U.S. history.
The biggest one was March 28th, 1964 at 9.2, and that was in Alaska. Luckily, not a lot of people out there.
Yeah, that's good news.
That's good to hear.
Dude, wait, I was just watching.
Alaska has all of the big ones. No, Alaska literally has the top 10.
So Alaska is at the top of the Ring of Fire, I think.
Okay.
Or is it?
There's volcanic activity because Hawaii comes in a bunch of times on here too.
There's also something right outside of Hawaii that if it really decided to go off one day, the entire islands would be underwater.
Oh yeah, completely. California has a lot of them. We had, so scroll down a little bit more because we had like a 6.4. Oh, it's not even on there.
Didn't make the cut.
Yeah, it wasn't big enough.
That earthquake in Haiti that hit in like 2010, I think, killed like 200,000 people.
Well, yeah, because very poor country and a terrible disaster happens. Like they could get hit with a fairly small disaster and the damage done is severe. Like that's what I was saying. Like we had a 6.4 in California. Nothing happened to my house.
So big.
That's a really big earthquake.
Crazy.
There was no damage to the house. There was no down power lines near me. There might have been like one or two somewhere, but that happening 50 years ago or in like a different part of the world is a very, very different situation.
Did you know that the way the Richter scale works is the numbers, the farther you go up the scale, they're exponential. So like 1 to 2 is like, oh God, I don't
babies.
know. Right. Well, no, but then when you get further up, it's like, it was
like 7 times as strong.
Exactly. 2 times as strong, 3 times as strong, 4 times as strong, 5 times as strong, 6 times as strong. That's how they fucking measure that shit. It's not like it's like huge differences from 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8.
Yeah.
That shit is fucking fucked. But yes, that's the earthquakes cause so many other things. The other natural, it all works together. All the weather works together, but earthquakes, because of how powerful they are and how they're like underneath the freaking,
it's moving,
they just
earth.
Fuck everything up. Yeah,
it's the earth moving. The earth is like, well, scoot. That's literally all the earth is doing is a little scoot, but it causes the most insane damage.
The earth is like, scoot.
Yeah, just like a little scoot.
Oh, fuck.
It's a cute little scoot. Funny. All right, speaking of scoots, I'm going to scoot on over to a break.
Oh, we're going to take a break. See you guys in a second.
We'll be right back.
Hey guys, we're back.
Hi.
Okay. I was just saying to MacDizzle over the break. Did you see my chafed legs on Instagram? You did. You responded to my story. So they were very painful. If your thighs touch, you know what I'm fucking talking about. If you do too much walking, you get rashes in your legs. I was walking kind of funny because of this yesterday. I was walking. Hang on.
Okay, for those of you who can't see, I'm going to try to give you an audio. It's a it's like a tiptoe
what?
waddle. Like her.
Wait, what?
I'm trying to describe it for the people, not just listening. It's like
Well,
a tiptoe. I called it a tiptoe waddle.
That's a good description. Adam's friend told me, he said he looked like, or that I look like I was walking like I do CrossFit. And I thought that was fucking hilarious. Oh, I thought that was really funny.
Oh no.
Like my legs are just so swole. I can't even. They can't.
Oh,
be near
I'm
each
so
other.
fucking swole.
They need so much room to walk by themselves. Anyway, back to
you are a trooper for wearing shorts.
I was because I wore a skirt the second day and I didn't put anything on my legs like an idiot. I didn't bring anything. I didn't bring deodorant or baby powder or anything. And so
doesn't even help.
Well, I put Vaseline on them when after the third day when they were already fucked, and that helped a little bit. And I got fucked up, and then I didn't care as much. You know, it was only moderately painful after I was fucked up.
No.
So there's that.
No.
What's our next natural disaster?
I would love to know. Volcanic eruption. That
dude,
bruh. Okay, I remember.
Well, first of all, there's an island with that happening right now, La Palma.
Yeah, people are fucked. People are getting fucked.
No, literally, people's houses are getting melted in seconds.
Yeah,
fucking crazy.
And it's one of those things like you can't fucking avoid it.
No, and you never know when it's gonna happen either.
No,
at any fucking point that shit could happen. We were talking about the Yellowstone one on our, I think it was our second episode.
The doomsday. That's one of the doomsday scenarios. Is that that's gonna go off?
Yeah, fuck, dude. I watched a YouTube video that was like lava versus different types of glass, and it goes on like regular, like just like window glass, and it shatters it immediately. Like it touches it, and it just goes.
Well,
and then they did it on.
I remember learning as a child, you can get within 6 feet of lava and receive a severe burn.
Oh my God, how scary. Mother Nature's a freak.
Mother Nature's a nasty bitch. She created sex.
She's a nasty bitch.
She's a fucking slut.
Mother Nature, you dirty girl.
I support her though. She's pretty fucking cool.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I support her in the way that like I support things I'm terrified of.
Yeah. Totally.
you know.
I think that's a really good way. I think that's a really good relationship to have with Mother Nature. Yeah. I'm fucking terrified of you, so I support you. And you're really pretty and you're really nice and we all love you.
I think that you're like a lot of people try to wear their hair like that, but not everyone can do that, Earth. You wear your hair like that so much better than anyone else.
So much better than anyone else.
So good. Yeah, Neptune and her rings, or whoever the fuck has the rings. Who is she anyways? I don't even know her name. Like, she's whack. She's fucking whack. Is it Saturn? Was her name Saturn? Oh, fuck that bitch. What's Neptune?
Fuck that bitch.
Does Neptune have anything fun? Does she have moons?
She probably has moons. I don't know. I know she doesn't have any rings, though.
Yeah.
I don't think Neptune.
Fuck the rings. Those are
Uranus has wings. Or
wings? Uranus has wings? Wait. Joya. Have you rented your clem checks recently?
Oh my God. Oh my God. I cannot believe that little blip in history. Let me just tell you guys a funny story. MacDizzle and I we were going out to dinner somewhere and we were on our way there. And
we somebody were on the way to Claim Jumper, right?
Claim Jumper. Yes, that was the whole thing. So we're on our way to Claim Jumper. I think I've had lipstick on my tooth. Oh no, maybe not. Okay, we're on our way to Claim Jumper. And I was very fucking high. I'm pretty sure we filmed before that.
It's you were usually high at that time when you were with
right. So somebody said something mean to me on Instagram or something rude that I didn't like. And I tried to ask MacDizzle to write me a clap back. I said, right in my head. I said, write me a clap back. But instead, my mouth said, can you rent me a clemjek? I don't know where that came from. Obviously, the clemjek situation came from claim jumper. We assume.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have no idea how that
happened.
But
what happened after that was just months of burying that phrase into the ground, saying it so many times.
About everything, because we used it in all forms of speech. We used it as an adjective. We used it as a noun, a verb. I'm clemjecking this.
It was bad. It got really out of control really quickly. It was one of Arend's least favorite things.
Well, you know why, though.
Oh, yeah, because he wanted to be the creator of it.
No, because it was connected to a certain other person.
I said Arend.
I know that.
Oh, wait, how is it connected to her?
She was just included in the joke because we were friends.
No, maybe in her own delusional mind. No.
Well,
no, that was our joke. That was our joke.
Well, everything is our joke.
She wasn't even there.
Best jokes.
She wasn't even there when it happened.
I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people who know exactly who we're talking about. And if you don't, that's totally okay. Don't worry about it because it doesn't matter.
Whatever. Just like her, steal a joke and make it hers.
Honestly, she totally... I'm going to brush my...
She's like a colonizer for personality.
You know what, dude? I'm down to get fucking candid as fuck and real as fuck on this fucking podcast. I was like thinking about it and I was like, you know what? I'm down to share things that I might not have been down to share in other pieces of content, because I feel like the people listening to this podcast or watching on the WeedTube.com are, are real people who really care about us.
They are that.
And minimal judgment, I would assume. Oh no. Who the heck? Who
the heck? Who's calling this bitch? She doesn't know.
It was Alex. It was Alex. I don't know what she's calling me for, but okay.
Maybe she's asking about the wedding ?
Yeah, she might be. Dude, fuck. Yeah, that shit fucking hurts. Every time I bend too far back, it hurts. If I bend too far forward, it hurts. Like if it's too straight,
it's like one of those weird parts where your skin moves a lot.
Exactly. I just need to stand like this. That's it.
Put it in a sling. Oh, that'll hurt. Put it in like a wall thing.
No, how about I just do this?
Yes.
Just all day.
Definitely a good stance.
I'll just hold it. Actually, that fucking hurts, dude.
For those of you who can't see, she's just kind of giving the pirate arg on.
I was trying to think of what that is. Like, what am I doing right now?
Like, imagine a pirate going arg and just flexing his arm in front of him.
Or like a gosh darn it, that kind of thing. Dang it.
Nobody fucking does that.
That's not true. That's
only pirates do that motion. And if you're taking that from pirates, you're appropriating pirate culture.
Shut the fuck up. Stupid. Arr. Okay.
Pirates weren't good people. Firestorm is the last natural disaster, and fires suck because most fires are man-made, and there are thousands of man-made fires every year that just kill so much environment and plant life and animals.
Yes. There was when I was a freshman in college, there was there was like 6 fires all throughout San Diego County happening at the same time. But there was one in San Marcos where I was living that was started by a little girl who was playing with a sparkler, I think, in her backyard, and some of the embers flew out of her yard because of a gust of wind or whatever. She was like 12. And I remember them, I don't know what happened with it, but I do remember them debating whether or not to bring charges to her parents for negligence.
That doesn't seem fair.
I know, but also, like, if your fucking kid causes... If your kid causes fucking crazy shit like that,
I get that. But like, I feel like a sparkler is a fairly innocent means of combustion that doesn't typically set things on fire.
I could be wrong about the sparkler thing. Something happened where an ember flew. I don't think she was building a bonfire. She was like 12.
Because the embers from sparklers can land on your hand and they don't hurt. You know, like they have to be safe for a child to hold it. So I just don't picture that being like a big fire start. But anyways, whatever. Regardless of what it is, I think people who cause those problems definitely need to be held responsible. And if people die because of that, they need jail.
Yeah.
Jail. Like if you're gonna be that irresponsible and dumb,
dude. Somebody got 10 years in jail for
was it for the gender reveal?
California. What
about the gender reveal people? I think they're
100%. There was, so I think that is what it is. There's one up in Northern California that was caused by a gender reveal, and there was one in the Yucaipa area in Southern California that was caused by a gender reveal. And I think both of them are getting charges brought. From what I remember, somebody just got 10 years in jail, literally like last week.
Wow. Imagine just being stupid and going to jail because you're dumb, because you're fucking dumb.
Yes. And gender reveals in general are just so like,
it's just stupid. Like the gender of your baby doesn't fucking matter. Love the fucking baby. Love the fucking baby.
It's just so dumb. But whatever. People are fucking idiots. If you want to do a fucking gender reveal, do a fucking little, what are those
like
things?
Like a fucking little thing. Like you pull it open, it goes pew.
A balloon. A little tiny balloon that you poke.
Yes. A drink that you add a drop to and it changes colors.
Yeah.
There's 100 ways that don't involve explosions in dry nature.
Mm-hmm. And fire. Right.
And
fire. So one of them was literally, so the one in Yucaipa was fireworks. And then the one in Northern California was literal explosives. Literal explosives. That's the person who just got 10 years.
Okay, that was the gender reveal.
Yeah. No, 100%. They both were gender reveals. The two I'm thinking of. There's been plenty of other fires that. Yeah. There's been lots of other fires that were caused by other things, but gender reveals seem to be when we were leaving Moab. Yes.
How many acres was it? Over 100,000?
Dude, I don't know. I don't remember. It was a lot though.
Yeah.
And that shit was fucking sad. Like when you go to a fucking beautiful place, you know, Tahoe got burnt. Lake Tahoe.
That's what has me so upset. It's like when you go to these places, there's 100 warnings up saying, hey, no fires. It's high fire season. It's windy. It's no dry, fires. No fires. Hot. No fires. Literally, they say no fires everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And especially no
unattended fires. You fucking idiots. That's how the one in Moab got started.
Yeah, it was like, an unattended fire.
How fucking dumb can you fucking be?
That's just so irresponsible, and the amount of animals that died because of that is insane.
So
because fires spread so fast. It's like flash flooding. Yeah. Like you can't escape it.
Yep.
You literally cannot escape it.
It's fucking terrible. Those poor baby little thingies. Who knows? They're probably so just confused. Like, what the fuck is going on? But also, I'm sure their instincts are just like, I just need to live wherever. I need to fucking get out and go.
It sucks.
But it's sad.
I hate humans.
Me
Humans
too.
are the worst. So, I guess fires get me a little fired up because most of them are caused by humans. Obviously climate change is causing other ones, but the climate change is basically there's severe drought now all over the place. So people
that's why the fires are so bad because it's so dry.
Exactly.
That's what I just recently learned, and I never put this together, but like early fall is late summer, early fall is fire season because it's they spend all summer, the earth spends all summer getting dry as fuck.
Well, no, yeah, and like all my leaves are falling off the tree and they're brown now and they're dry. Mm-hmm. So it's when everything dries out.
Yep, totally. Lean forward a little, MacDizzle.
No, you're good. I got it.
Okay.
She's fixed.
Okay. Well, yeah, that shit is fucked. It is so fucked. And you're right. I feel like more fires are caused by humans than not. There's also the one. What?
I just wanted Dev to look that up. How many fires are like? What is the statistic of fires versus man-made to natural? Like how many fires are there per year? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
There was also the fires in the Mediterranean recently.
Yeah, no, in Greece and stuff. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, that's what they're experiencing drought, and that's why these fires are getting crazy out there.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
Yeah,
we're so.
Oh no, this planet's fucked. We're watching the end of the world.
We're gonna see it, you know. I hope we're together.
4 out of every 5 wildfires are caused by people.
More than 80%. That is so fucked. That is so fucked. That is so disappointing. Bro.
If you're a person
now,
who
Dev,
camps,
can we search how many of those were caused by gender reveals?
But like, fuck, dude.
Good Lord.
4 out of 5.
That is so fucked. Like, oh my God. We are the worst fucking species ever to exist.
We are literally a disease, a bacteria.
Yeah.
If you look at the planet on, like, as a body, we are a fucking cancer. We're eating this thing alive.
Mm-hmm. But guess what? She's gonna kill us all, and then she's gonna be totally fine.
Yeah,
she's more powerful than all of us combined.
I hope she fucking does.
Well, I think we actually talked about this recently, how the ocean, if we just stopped fucking with the ocean immediately, it would come back to life to completely restored condition in like 3 or 4 years. Mm-hmm. Just the way that it works.
But we won't do that.
No, we wouldn't. We literally would not. But
that's it, because that's the thing, because they've done the research and they've seen, like, oh, if you stop touching whales and decimating their population, they bounce back quick and in good numbers and in health. All right. Mm-hmm. Those are a good species that have survived the tests of time. Okay. Mm-hmm.
But we won't stop fucking with them. We just won't.
I believe that Japan just I don't want to speak ignorantly, but somebody just rescinded from a whaling agreement.
Yeah,
where we said
it's Japan. It's Japan. Yeah. There's a big, obviously it's an island, so there's a lot of fishing that happens there. But
I understand that some people need to eat fish to live. Like, that's the main way that they eat, and that's the way of the world. It is what it is. But you don't need to eat a whale.
Well, and there's also a difference between, like, people on an island fishing from the ocean for their survival.
And people going and hunting whales in the middle of the ocean.
Right. And some people just hunt them just to hunt them, and that's it. They don't even do anything with them. Like, what the fuck is the point of that?
What is wrong with humanity that they enjoy killing things?
I don't know. I have no idea, dude. It's very fucking
like
weird.
That people, like, I understand, like, people used to have to fucking hunt to live, and like respect to the fucking Aboriginals and all the people who like would like literally do like prayers over the food that they had and been like,
absolutely,
I am, like, thank you for your fucking sacrifice.
Yes. Knowing that they have taken from the earth, but that it's for a good reason, and it's to
I don't want to
further themselves.
I believe it was the Bushmen who did that. I don't know if that's the right terminology for them. They're from Africa, and they have like this really crazy language that involves like some clicks of the tongue as well.
Oh yeah, I've heard of clicking languages.
So if that's not the right name for them, I'm so sorry. I've not spoken or heard of them in many, many, many years. So that's just what I know them as.
That's funny because when you said that, I just thought of Alaskan bush people. Bushmen, indigenous
people of South Africa. Yeah. So they would always do like prayers over the food.
I'm sure that's a very common thing in most indigenous cultures, I would say, because of the
which is like
to
respect.
Nature.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with us that we're just like, yeah, no, I just killed it and I hung it up on my wall.
God, dude, fucking Jesus Christ.
I get to look at its dead face every day.
Yeah, like, ew. Fuck. Wait, where did we go that you were like, there's a lot of death in here? You remember?
I don't remember, but there was a lot of death in
there. There was a lot of animal heads on the walls. But hopefully they were fake.
Where were we?
There's a lot of death.
Just like, I understand having like wanting personal decor, but why does it have to be an animal carcass on your wall?
God, dude.
Why do you want the face of an innocent animal on your wall? Why do you want that?
It's honestly weird. It's really weird.
Very that. And that being said, let's take a quick little break. We'll see you guys in a second.
Sounds good.
Oh, she's so blurry. She's so blurry.
We're shaking our boobs. Come to the WeedTube.com. So basically what I learned today is that we are completely fucked, and there are way too many different types of natural disasters to ever escape them.
And if you climb out of your car and into a ditch and the tornado still gets you, you earned that.
And you'll have a lot of fun before you die.
You
Flying
get
around
to
in the air.
experience flight
Like,
for the
what the
first
fuck?
time.
A human experience is a real flight being propelled through the air by a tornado.
By tornado.
You know what else I saw too is that there are basically tornadoes that form over water, and they're called something different. It's not a cyclone.
What is a
or
typhoon?
No, a typhoon is wait. So a typhoon is a crazy windstorm.
Okay,
A cyclone
with water involved, yes?
Wait, I left this thing up. I did cyclone versus tornado versus hurricane. Cyclone moves in a circle in a wide area. Tornado spins in a small area, but a lot taller. Typhoon is just a violent storm with lots of wind. So
that's not so bad then.
Well, but
typhoon sounds worse than those.
The word typhoon just sounds like very like, whoa.
Like, we've never had one of those. What the fuck?
Right? Honestly, like, I'm like, do those even really happen? I don't know.
Maybe that's like an outdated term that just they're like.
Well, no, isn't there also can a tornado water spouts, tornadic water spouts? They form over water or move from land to water. Yeah, same as a land tornado.
So is that water being sucked into the air?
Oh, I mean, I don't know if the water, yes, it must be. It must be wind getting sucked, or wind sucking the water up.
Oh, imagine being one of those fish.
No. You get to experience flying before you die, little fishy.
Bad day to be a fish.
But also, that's one of those things where it's just like, you remember that fish did some fucked up shit to some other fish.
Ate the wrong other fish the other day.
Probably stole somebody's dinner one too many times.
Can a fish be morally bad?
Yes.
Do fish have
morals? No. But I mean, I don't know. Only Mother Nature gets to decide. Because what if like she's going after one fish that's really bad, and then there's other fish in the area that aren't bad, and then they just die too?
Here's the thing. I think Mother Nature kills without bias, and it's like a bad move for her, because if she was really trying to like restore herself, go after the fucking factories. Go after like the big corporations.
Jeff Bezos's house.
Hit the GE
Greg Abbott's
building,
house.
You know?
Yeah. The what?
Greg Abbott's. It's the GE. It's a big brand.
Yes.
LG. Something. One of the big factories. Go hit those.
Dude. They're building a $16 billion Samsung plant not very far from my house. I'm not going to say how far, but it's not that far at all. $16 billion. Whoo! Go ahead and strike that, Mother Nature. No. But seriously?
I hate it here.
I know. It's crazy. You know what else I also learned about they're like icicles that form in the ocean. Like, so you know how we like have like icicles that like drip down? There's like literally like frozen. They had a special name that was literally just 2 words combined.
Okay.
But it was like an icicle inside the ocean. Doesn't do anything to humans, but kills animals in the ocean.
Why?
I don't know.
Does it eat it?
No, it's like an icicle. I think they either like... Dev, can you give me a Google? It's like an icicle inside the sea underneath.
How do the fish die? Just because they touch it?
Wait, most dangerous natural phenomena. Hold on. I have it right here. Hang on. It's in a YouTube video. Wait. Brinicle. It's called a brinicle.
Oh, so it's brine. So that's really salty.
It's brine, salt water. Yes.
Yeah, it's very
It's
salty.
a brinicle. It's an icicle inside the ocean. And I don't know how it kills animals, but...
Well, because I know
there's also... Go ahead.
There's these deposits in the ocean that are heavily like brine pools, and they're like more densely salted than the rest of the ocean. And if
interesting, I didn't know that.
If fish go in there, they die.
Oh,
so that could be something connected.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they're definitely super concentrated for sure. So I'm sure the fish can't. Oh. Jeez, sorry, I had my bong on. That was loud. This mic picks up everything.
She surely does. She really. I had to turn my gain way down because listen what happens when I do this. You can hear that background noise.
I can't. Is it your fan?
It's just the sound of my house.
What? What do you mean?
I don't know. That's just how my house sounds.
The sound of my house. It's just the sound of my house. I don't know.
Fuck off. I'm so sorry you hurt your finger.
Oh, it's okay. This one, it's fine.
I know it is.
I'm super excited to see you in real life this week.
Oh my God, we get to see each other in a couple days. We are going to be filming.
2 days in a row, too. Yeah. So
10 out of 10. Where are you staying out here? What are you doing?
I'm staying with Adam's sister. She lives like not far from, she lives in Marietta. In the fucking desert, basically.
Yeah.
But, we want to take a bong rip together?
I would love to. I'm packing one right now.
Okay, you let me know when you're ready. Well, I think we said this on the Doomsday episode too, because I saw something that said choosing what area of the country to live in is basically just choosing what natural disasters you could put up with.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Shout out to anyone who has lived through a natural disaster.
Yeah.
Shout out to anyone who's lost someone to one. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be offensive earlier if I was.
I mean, we're just on a lighthearted podcast. We're sorry if we ever.
And I use sense of humor for everything in my life. But that doesn't mean
actually
you have
really
to.
Does.
Yeah, you don't need to. That doesn't mean you have to do that.
Right. It doesn't mean you have to do that.
But it's great. I just want to recommend it to you because it feels awesome.
It
feels 10 out of 10. I hope that you make it through the next one.
Dance. I hope you dance. You don't know that song?
No.
Leanne Rhymes, dude? Cheers, bitch.
Leanne Rhymes.
Whatever. You went too fast for me. MacDizzle.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't even waiting. I didn't realize we were in like a...
You're a bitch.
I'm a bad friend.
I'm taking another one.
Everybody says that my ghosts look like sperm.
Really? Because when you held them up just now, I know they were ghosts because I saw your stories, but when you held them up just now, they look like yin-yangs to me. They do look like sperm, though, if we're being honest. Except the ring finger. Show me all of them again. Mr. Middle Finger is most definitely a sperm. He is absolutely a fucking sperm. The other three they look more like ghosts. But Middle Finger Man, he's ready to get somebody pregnant. He's ready to swim his way into fucking cervix. All the way up. Well, this has been a good episode, I would say. Thank you guys for
lots of fun
watching or listening. Once again, if you are watching on the WeedTube but would prefer to just listen sometimes, we are now available on all the streaming apps.
Yes!
To listen.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to yell. We are on all the apps of streaming.
The apps of streaming.
I'm so high now after that rap.
I know. I actually am pretty fucking stoned now too.
But make sure if you are watching this on the WeedTube, leave a comment. We are responding to all the comments.
Yes, we are, and we love to see them. So
yeah,
let us know your thoughts about anything. We fucking love you.
Yes. Give us topic suggestions if you have them. Drop a topic suggestion because I came up with this one this morning. So
fuck it. Yeah. We love topic suggestions though. We're trying to go. We'll go as far as you guys want us to go.
Yes, and we will topics. And we'll try to have a guest on next week. So
yeah, we are gonna try to have a guest
for that.
We're also gonna have little previews on YouTube, right? We're having.
Oh yes. There's gonna be a 2G 1B highlights,
yes,
situation. So make sure you look for that. Subscribe to that for all the funny giggles.
Yeah,
that happen on the show.
On the
fucking show. Remember, there was one time Joya and I were in a meeting with this company, and I was really high, and I didn't really care about the meeting that much.
Did not care at all.
Nah. And they gave like this whole presentation about this new product, and my response at the end, so embarrassed. I said, "Soups excites."
Soups excites. I think that was actually in response. Like I had said something like, "Yeah, we're super excited," and you said, "Soups excites."
Yeah.
Not to mention, she was literally like this the whole meeting. Well, I guess you guys can't see if you're just listening. You can only see
I
if
was
you're
not
watching,
looking at the camera.
She was not. It's definitely looking off screen the whole time. It wasn't that interesting of a product, though, for being honest.
And it was like a product that previously hadn't worked with previous versions. Yes. I was like, okay, I'll believe it when I see it. Like, you're hyping this thing up. Yes, I'm not that impressed. Okay, send it. Let me see if it works.
Yes, right. I've seen the material previously.
So maybe we should do a tea episode where we just have a tea episode where we expose all the brands that actually kind of suck.
Oh, that would be very interesting. I think I probably need a few drinks before that.
We should have a drunk episode.
100% we should have a drunk episode.
We should do a drunk episode where we talk about something like maybe like history.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to do some drunk
or like stuff historical events. Ooh, I might get disrespectful. Maybe not.
She might get disrespectful in this bitch. I'm finna get disrespectful.
In the spirit of comedy, sometimes I cross certain lines of people's feelings getting hurt.
Let's just say that Adam has told me upwards of 5 times that MacDizzle needs to do stand-up. That gives you a glimpse into, I mean, she's really fucking funny. There are lines that get crossed all the time, but
that's part of comedy, baby.
There's like hardly any funny people that don't cross lines.
Yeah.
Well, what a wonderful episode. Thank you guys so much for watching and or listening.
We love you.
We'll see you next week.
Be good to yourself, be good to each other. Do something nice for someone today. Mostly do something nice for yourself.
Do something nice for yourself.
Because you deserve it.
You do.
That's how I kiss my dogs. I go.
Oh yeah. No, like inside of the lips, only the outside.
Oh no, just like little.
Yeah.
Tiny little baby bird lip kisses. No, that's disgusting. Who does that?
I want to do that to you.
Oh. That's what it's giving that.
Okay. I love you.
All right, bye guys.
You
we
guys
love you.
Mwah.